Hello, Tim. Thanks very much for walking me through the story in Saskatchewan in depth. Absolutely a stunning story to hear about for the first time, all the different aspects of it. But as we know, 40 projects plus in the company, I believe.
Yep.
What else are you guys working on?
Well, we've been, the company sort of started out as a base metal exploration company. I cut my teeth with Cominco years ago. I have a soft spot in my heart for SEDEX lead zinc stories, deposits, exploration. We live in Cranbrook, a small town in southeast British Columbia, which is right near the Sullivan deposit, which was the third largest lead zinc mine in the world ever. It ran for over 100 years. And its combined metal value right now, if you were to find a new Sullivan deposit, is about $40 billion. It's an incredible scale target, and we have we have a number of projects in the East Kootenay area that are focused on SEDEX type exploration. And one we've worked on for 15 years now is called the Iron Range property. It's south of Cranbrook. It's about 90 kilometers south of Cranbrook, near Creston, and it's got all the hallmarks of a very high potential for discovery. We've done some drilling over the years ourselves and with partners, and we've identified a zone, it's called the Talon Zone, that has base metal mineralization at Sullivan time, and it also has a gold overprint to it too. We call this the Talon Zone or the Canyon Zone. We had partners over the years. Providence Resources was the last company to work on that. They earned in a 60% interest, and then over the downturn got focused on other projects down in the States and I think in Europe. And so we were able to repurchase our 60% back from them. So we now have 100% again on the property. There's been about $5 million spent over the years on Iron Range, and in the last few years, when things were quiet and we were excuse me, we had a lot of time to think about stuff more, to go more thoroughly through projects that we'd rushed when money was flowing and lots of pressures on. So we went back and re-looked at a lot of the core at Iron Range. We remodeled the mineralization we saw. The last couple of years we did geophysical programs to test a couple of ideas that our geologists like Mike McQuaig was testing. And we think now that we have a very, very strong target based on Talon Zone drilling that is an offset of the Talon Zone mineralization we had before. It was exciting times when we were drilling the Talon Zone. It was very exciting for our shareholders. We were trading up over $1 a share, trading millions of shares a day on a couple of events there when we put out news on the drilling. And so we're very, very anxious to get back there. So what we're doing now after Taiga spin-out is complete in mid-April, we're planning a drill program for Iron Range to start early June. We've got the money in the bank. We've got a $500,000 budget for that. So it's a road-accessible drilling, so it's very economical. So we get a lot of bang for the buck drilling in the Kootenays. So we intend to do a modest drill program there starting in early June. At the same time, we're continually staking, we're continually researching. We have a number of projects on the books this year that we'll be advancing to property of merit stage. And again, by taking these projects to property of merit stage, it makes them much more eligible to be optioned by other companies who want to list on them, want to do financings on them. So we've sort of tried to become a partner of choice for a lot of other junior companies. And as I said, back in 2011, we had 24 deals going simultaneously. Resulted in roughly $10 million in exploration that summer alone. So we want to get back there, and we've been retooling. We've been picking up projects that we think will get us to that plateau again. We just need the markets to cooperate. I mean, it's been 5-6 pretty rough years in this market, but for companies like us, it's been opportunity. Yeah.
Well, and you'll potentially be waiting in the right place when the time comes.
Yeah, well, we're positioned. We're absolutely positioned, and we've spent a lot of time and thought and effort getting positioned again. And again, I hope the markets are turning now. It feels like they are. We're ready, and I think we've shown in the past, we've delivered in the past on multiple occasions, and the stage is set to do it again. No promises, but it's all we can do is do our best.
And the name again of the project you mentioned, was it Iron Range?
Iron Range, yeah. It's the Iron Range, and it's road accessible. It's right by the railway tracks, hydropower line. gas pipeline. It's infrastructure couldn't get any better anywhere in the world, I don't think.
Well, and people are scared about BC politics and the uncertainty. Fair enough, but the history of mining in that particular area is runs very deep. So.
Absolutely, we don't foresee any great resistance. We get along well with all of the user groups in the area, and we've got a good reputation for being respectful and being spreading it around, and that's we're going to keep doing that.
Well, and the communities need it. All this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you.